He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that.
Markets are in free fall as Trump cancels a peace deal. Absolutely crazy, unbelievable. It looks like Zelensky wasn't ready to sign the deal Trump's looking for. Trump wanting access to all of the rare earth minerals in the Ukraine and giving some of the territory over to Vladimir Putin in concessions to reach a peace deal. It looks like the peace deal is off the table and markets are absolutely reeling from the news, folks. Bitcoin is down 12.7% so far this week. Absolutely huge pullback Bitcoin having right now. Currently sitting at $84,400. I am not like, oh my God, we got to bounce off of this moment. I did take some scalp longs off this little dead cat bounce, which it looks like it might be right now. I'm hopeful that this thing turns around in general. As things sit, we have filled most of the CME gap. That from that massive crash, we actually have filled a large majority of the CME gap, but there is still a chunk remaining that goes all the way down to the $77,000 flat level. So that being said, I'm taking advantage of the blood. I'm taking advantage of the fact that the markets are so terrified right now. The fear and greed index tells the tale. It's clear as day right now. Fear and greed on CoinMarketCap coming in at 21, but I've seen even metrics all the way down to the 10 level of the fear and greed. Let's take a look. Fear and greed is actually hitting levels we haven't seen in quite some time. So this being said, I am stacking my favorite cryptocurrencies and adding to the bags, and honestly, very thankful that I have a chance to top off my favorite project. And I'm going to be talking to you about one of my favorite projects to be laddering into as the markets find their correction zones. We've talked about the peace Trump pump that does not look like it's on the table in the immediate future until the art of the deal is finalized. As we all know, Trump likes to bring his opponents to their knees to get those concessions to happen. It looked like Zelensky has a little bit of learning left to do before we're ready to see an end to this cataclysmic war. And I do pray for both sides. Lives lost on both sides, absolutely horrible to see. You never like to see it. And the markets have been pricing in pain for quite some time, which, in my opinion, the tariffs, the uncertainty of the market, this is why we're not seeing an absolute blow off moment for Bitcoin and crypto right now, but also not really expecting it in terms of where the 4-year cycle usually tops out, anyways. And with all this being said, all of this crazy news breaking about Trump and the canceling of the peace deal with Zelensky this morning, I bought more Ondo Finance, folks. We saw some great news come out of Ondo Finance. We had this exciting announcement. Patrick McHenry, a former chairman of the House of Financial Services Committee and a key architect of the U.S. financial policy, is joining Ondo Finance as a chairman, a vice chairman of their advisory board. This is a very, very big deal. McHenry, well known for his Fit 21 Act and the House, as well as serving as a Speaker pro tempore for the House in 2023. And here's some mentions from Nathan Ullman, CEO of Ondo Finance. As the tokenization of real-world assets transforms capital markets, we believe through thoughtful engagement with policymakers and regulators, this is critical. And here is a picture of Mr. McHenry, better known for his bow tie, awesome bow tie realm. He rocks a bow tie very, very well. If anyone doesn't know, Patrick McHenry was, oh my God, look at this picture. Incredible. Look at that. That's a face anyone could love, right? But Patrick McHenry coming down, going to be joining the Ondo Advisory Board. And this is all on the heels of massive influx of TVL into Ondo. Now, I think this is a typo. It's not $921 billion, but the TVL is indeed hitting all-time high, as not telling you is highlighting, but I am going to tell you in reverse of not telling you. Here's where the TVL actually is sitting. It sits at $968 million, not billion, but we are up into the right hockey stick formation right now. This is the total value locked on Ondo, absolutely going parabolic, and the price in comparison in the gutter, in total price reset zone right now. And seeing this under dollar level for Ondo, man, I got greedy and I started buying up boatloads of it to top off the bags that I originally started building all the way back here at about 40 cents. So now we look at where we're at in terms of Ondo and the market cap size at a $3.1 billion market cap currently. I feel like with its own chain, the integrations of treasuries as rolled assets and people like Patrick McHenry on the board. This guy knows who's who in Washington, D.C. These are the kind of connections that you need to see within a project to find that real world utility actually be applied. And this is where the gigabucks are. This could be a situation that we're looking at Ondo and Chainlink right now is similar to looking at Ethereum in the first year of its inception, similar to looking at a Solana at the first year of its inception. This is the start of something much bigger than most of the market understands right now as a utility maxi. This is the moment that I've been looking for in my crypto career for quite some time, and I am putting everything on the line to get my bags well positioned for the tsunami of integrations to come. Now, we also saw this integration come about for Ondo. Speaking of tsunamis of integrations, this week that got underreported, Mastercard is bringing Ondo Finance into the multi token network, the MTN as the first RWA provider on the network. A massive, massive news release from Ondo Finance right now. And it's shocking to see the prices of where they are. But if you look at the broader crypto markets, blood is all over the place. People are fleeing for the hills, and it makes perfect sense for me as a crypto investor that's seen cycle after cycle. I've changed my life by buying points in the market just as we're looking right now, where the fear hits extreme levels, where you see massive capitulations, where you see main character crash outs all across the board. This is the time to make my move. I'm doing it right now. Hope you're staying based and keep your crypto safe and off exchanges. Use code BASE10 and use the link in our description to get an Arculus cold storage wallet. It's the best in the biz for cold storage wallets, very easy to use. And also, if you are trading the chaos, like I traded the chaos of Bitcoin hitting $80,000 last night, join me. Click the link in our description and use our code and reference link for BTCC. We are sending it every single day here on the blockchain base at 11. Appreciate every single one of you out there that is trying to change your life with crypto. And I'll see you on the next one. Drew Thap.